Defiance, energy, new heights. Sinner keeps Alcaraz on a leash. A year which belonged to Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz had to finish this way. Another pulsating contest between the preeminent pair on the men's tour, this time with a season-ending ATP Finals trophy at stake, was a fitting conclusion. For the victorious Sinner, the win perhaps mattered that little bit more. The way the mild-mannered Italian collapsed on his back in celebration after championship point seemed to indicate it did. I am very happy. It was a tough match, but it means a lot to me ending the season like this, said the 24-year-old. Not only did the four-time major champion defend the prestigious trophy in front of passionate home support in Turin, concluding a tumultuous season where he won the Australian Open and Wimbledon, but spent 3 months on the sidelines after being banned for failing 2 doping tests. But the 7-6, 7-4, 7-5 success also ensured Sinner kept Alcaraz on a leash. While the rivals have equally shared the 4 Grand Slam trophies this season, there was a feeling that Alcaraz had started to gain a slight upper hand in a rivalry which has illuminated the sport. The 22-year-old Spaniard had already clinched the year-end world ranking going into Sunday's final, while a dominant performance in the U.S. Open's showpiece match gave him a 10-5 lead over Sinner in their head-to-head record. After losing in New York, Sinner made a revealing remark when he conceded he needed to leave his comfort zone in order to truly test Alcaraz. And just like he did by beating Alcaraz to the Wimbledon title only 35 days after defeat in their epic French Open final, Sinner showed his remarkable ability to bounce back mentally from tough defeats. Even his opponent can see the defiance. After every loss, you don't have many. You come back stronger, said Alcaraz in his on-court runners-up speech. You've had a great year, and I hope you'll get some rest and be ready for next year, because I will be ready. In the short term, Alcaraz is hoping to be ready for Spain duty in the coming days at the Davis Cup Finals. A hamstring tweak in the first set against Sinner looked to slightly impede his movement for the rest of the match, and the Spanish Tennis Federation confirmed to BBC Sport that Alcaraz will undergo tests on Monday to determine his fitness for this week's team event in Bologna. Sinner has already elected to sit out the event, where Italy are the 2-time defending champions. As he spoke on Sunday evening about his enthusiasm for future meetings with Sinner, Alcaraz flashed the infectious smile which has helped endear him to crowds globally. Make no mistake, though, there was plenty of intent behind his words. You can bet Alcaraz and his team, led by former world number 1 Juan Carlos Ferrero, will be forensically analyzing what they can improve when they hit the practice courts. And that is one of the defining factors of this compelling rivalry, both players pushing each other to greater heights. When one loses, it leads to some deep soul-searching and a focus on what can be improved, particularly when they next meet each other. This is what we get so excited about, said former British number 1 Laura Robson, who was analyzing the match for Sky Sports. They bring the best out in each other. They know they have to push each other and improve constantly to outdo one another. Former world number 4 Tim Henman said the level of Sinner and Alcaraz is frightening for their rivals. They're pushing each other higher and higher, better and better, making more improvements, and the gap is wide, he added. How Sinner has looked to improve. Since the U.S. Open, Sinner has focused on being more aggressive with his serving, which led to him being broken only once during his 5 matches in Turin, and playing with more variety. Both facets were evident against Alcaraz. When Alcaraz had a chance to win the first set at 6-5 on Sinner's serve, the Italian nervelessly sent down a 117 miles per hour second serve to his opponent's backhand to save the break point. A pair of unreturnable first serves followed and enabled Sinner to force a tiebreak, which he then controlled. In the second set, with Alcaraz hampered by a hamstring injury which required strapping, Sinner began to use more drop shots, and it was notably one which saved a break point in the 7th game. Breaking Alcaraz again in what proved to be the final game meant Sinner lifted the trophy without dropping a set. You are definitely a player I look up to, Sinner, who stretched his unbeaten record indoors to 31 matches, told Alcaraz in his winner's speech. You give me a lot of motivation. I need this in every practice session with a big purpose. I hope to see you again next year with hopefully great battles ahead of us. The ticker tape had not even settled on the Turin court. Yet the platitudes exchanged by the pair, who appear to have a genuine warmth in their relationship, indicated they are already looking forward to locking horns again in the 2026 season. A lot of tennis fans are also licking their lips about seeing Sinner and Alcaraz going head-to-head again, and lamenting it will not happen again for at least another couple of months. A rendezvous in the Australian Open final, with Sinner looking to defend his Melbourne crown and Alcaraz aiming to become the youngest man to complete the career Grand Slam, would be their dream. On the evidence of this season and this latest encounter, few would bet against it.